evening. The Longwave service presents WIRE-38. Openwave transmission. Space weather infrastructure signals from the margins. This evening's relay begins now. This week across the Openwave, NASA has awarded a multiple award construction contract valued up to $300 million for infrastructure improvements at its Johnson Space Center in Houston. 7 companies will provide upgrades to mission support facilities, utilities, and equipment, with all funds required to be obligated by the end of fiscal year 2026. The contract aims to enhance the operational capacity of the center as NASA continues its Artemis lunar program and other missions. In related spaceflight activity, NASA hosted a public event on June 1st featuring 3 astronauts from the recent SpaceX Crew 11 mission during their post-flight visit to headquarters. The gathering provided an opportunity for public engagement and insights into the mission's outcomes as NASA advances human space exploration. Meanwhile, NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center completed a final inspection of the primary mirror for the Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope. This 2.4-meter mirror will enable the telescope to capture wide-field images of the cosmos, supporting studies of dark energy and exoplanets. The instrument's readiness marks a significant milestone ahead of its planned launch. Astronomical observations this week include the Hubble Space Telescope's imaging of the dwarf irregular galaxy ESO 492017, approximately 23 million light-years away, and the active spiral galaxy Messier 88 on its trajectory toward the Virgo Cluster Center. These images contribute to ongoing research into galaxy formation and cluster dynamics. On the commercial space front, Blue Origin suffered a setback with the explosion of its New Glenn rocket during a test flight. The incident represents a challenge for the company and its collaboration with NASA on upcoming lunar missions. Additionally, SpaceX's Starship rockets remain grounded pending investigation after a recent test flight, affecting launch schedules and commercial space operations. In global affairs, reports from multiple sources highlight the return of 3 Chinese astronauts after nearly 7 months in orbit, setting a national record for crew duration. This achievement underscores China's expanding capabilities in human spaceflight. The following material has been observed moving through the outer bands. WIRE-38 Openwave report. Recent circulation of a report from the debrief highlights a decade-old envelope containing data related to gravity measurement. The source documents describe an experiment that suggests a potential discrepancy in gravitational readings, which has remained unexamined until its rediscovery. Online discussion focuses on how this overlooked data might indicate subtle complexities in gravitational theory not accounted for in mainstream physics. The claim remains unverified, with no official confirmation or peer-reviewed analysis publicly available. This instance reflects ongoing public interest in anomalies challenging established scientific frameworks and illustrates how archival materials can resurface to influence contemporary discourse. The episode also underscores the role of information transparency and the impact of delayed data release on scientific progress. Monitoring such reports reveals patterns in how anomalous findings circulate within digital communities, often prompting renewed examination of government and institutional data management practices. The case exemplifies the intersection of public belief, information, opacity, and the evolving landscape of digital rights concerning access to scientific records. You are listening to WIRE-38 Openwave. Signals continue across the weekend. Beneath the weight of human striving, a quiet justice rests beyond our grasp, held secure by a wisdom that watches without ceasing. Micah. Music across the Openwave, performed by the Longwave Orchestra. Signals continue across the weekend. WIRE 38 now enters the music interval. Stand by.